Welcome, Rockport-Fulton Pirate fans, to the PC podcast. This is episode number 24, and once again, we'll be talking Rockport-Fulton Pirate Football 2021. Last night, we had athletic director, head football coach Jay Seibert, and we talked football. Today, this evening, we have the players. We have two seniors and one junior that will be coming back and be playing for the Rockport-Fulton Pirates football team this year. But before I introduce those guys, I've got the crew, the Pirate Cove team with us here this evening. And first off, we've got the big T, Tony Pena. He wasn't here yesterday, but he's here today. Tony, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I'm sorry I missed yesterday, but I'm glad to be back.
Yes, sir. We're glad to have you back. And then we also got the newest member of the Pirate Cove team, Mr. Steve Cantu. Steve, how you doing?
Glad to be here, boss.
Yes, sir. Talking football. And then, of course, we got the Z-Man, Johnny Zavala. How you doing, brother?
Doing good.
All right. We're doing good. And then, of course, like I talked earlier when we started, we've got three football players from our Rockport-Fulton Pirate team that are going to spend a few minutes here with us talking football. We're really excited. I think we're going to do some big things 2021, So we're looking forward to talking football with these guys. First off, we have Peyton McAlister. Peyton, he's a senior. Peyton, how you doing?
Good.
All right, sir. And then we have our other senior, John Chupe. How you doing, John?
I'm doing good. Glad to be here.
All right. And then we also have junior Devan Phillips. Devan, how you doing?
Doing great.
All right, guys. Well, the Pirates Cove appreciate you guys spending a little bit of time with us to talk football. Peyton, I heard that it was your birthday. I don't know if it's today or a few days ago, but Pirates Cove would like to wish you a happy birthday. I think it's 18th birthday, I think. So we want to wish you happy birthday.
17, and thank y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Happy birthday.
All right. Yes, sir. So we'd like to wish you definitely a happy birthday. Guys, we're going to talk football. I'm excited myself personally. I look forward to the season. I think we're going to have a good one. We've got a lot of guys coming back. And last year was exciting. I'll start off by saying that for you two seniors, when you were freshmen in the playoff run, you guys, were moved up to varsity, Peyton and John. And so you guys made it to the third round your freshman year. Then, of course, your sophomore year, you go back to the third round. So making a deep run in the playoffs for you guys is nothing new. So we're hoping this year that we're going to get to that third round, pass it, and get out of the region. And so, hopefully you guys can stay healthy throughout the season, because to get there, we need to have a healthy football team. So now I'm going to pass it over to the guys. I'm going to let Steve go first. He's got a couple of questions for you guys.
Hey, guys. Again, thank you all three for being here. Seeing how I feel that I've known you guys mostly through your youth careers. I remember when all three of you guys got drafted. I was in the draft room. Unfortunately, was never able to land neither one of you guys. Hence the losing seasons that I've accumulated over the years. Thanks to all of you guys. But I wanted to start the interview on a little lighter note before we get into this year's season. And the first question will be for all three of you guys. And we'll go with John first. As a youth player, what was your most memorable win or moment?
I would say the most memorable win would be my last year going into the playoffs. I think it was like the first or second round. It was against the Mathis Pirates. And we played them during the season, and we knew they were going to be hard to beat. And then we ended up winning only 12-6, I think. No one scored the first half. It was crazy. For being like such a youth group, we were young. There was a lot of collisions and stuff like that. Like everyone was playing to the best of their ability, and it was just a great way to, see competition, because now that's all you have.
Wow. You know what, John, I'm going to tell you that surprises me. I had you pegged for that undefeated season, your guys' final year. But, great choice nonetheless. Peyton was also Peyton was a thorn in our sides. He spent most of his times picking up our quarterbacks off the ground after sacking them. Peyton, for you as a youth player, what was your most memorable moment or win?
It's gonna have to be that undefeated season going into right before 7th grade.
Yeah.
Playing in
Yeah.
Kingsville.
Yeah, what a great season that was, and to finish undefeated like that. You guys were y'all were all clicking on all cylinders, and to think that that team, and now you guys are all seniors. The majority of that team, everybody's kind of right in there. They're either juniors or seniors now. But what a memory! What a memory! Mr. Phillips, Devan Phillips. As a youth player, what was your most memorable moment? I know you played for the Texans, and like I said, I was never fortunate enough to get you guys on the draft board. But what was your most memorable moment?
My most memorable moment would have to be whenever my team was horrible. We played, and it was with most of the varsity guys. Actually, we lost every single game of the regular season, and John's team, of course, went undefeated. And then we ended up winning that year in the Super Bowl. So that had to have been the most memorable year, and win actually the Super Bowl, because I still remember it like in the back of my mind.
Yeah, that was a great game. I mean, you guys stomped us on the way to play John's team. I can remember that. And I remember that was a super big win. It was I'm not going to say I was surprised, but like you said, they were definitely pegged to win. They had all the talent in the world. You guys just fought hard and had a lot of heart and pulled it through. What a great memory that was, man.
Hey, Steve, can I ask
yes,
a question for Peyton? It's about you. Peyton, I don't know if you recall, at what age did you start playing tackle football, youth tackle football? You remember?
It would have to be like 6.
I know you were young. I know you were on the Dolphins. You were the youngest kid. You might have been 3 years younger than the guys. Because those guys were big. And you were coming, your dad was bringing you. I think you guys won the Super Bowl. You won the Super Bowl with us. And man, boy, you get up from them hits. You were some big boys, about 3 years older than you. And I remember your dad bringing you out, and you never, missed a practice. And I thought, wow, this kid, he's going to be something. And here we are. I just didn't know if as people's talking about youth, I remember him bringing you out here to the practice. And you were 3 years younger than those guys. And they were big. And remember your dad's, we'd say, hey, man, hit him. He's going to get up on the line. He's going to hit him. They had Coach Dennis Chupe. I think they had Hector Nava was up there. And your dad be up there. But hey, man, he gets up there, you pop him like everybody else. And man, you went through the whole season. I thought, wow, this kid, man, he's going to be something. And here we are, man. And you definitely turned out to be something. So, man, it was just some great memories. I just wanted to say that. Steve, go ahead.
Yeah, no. Some of my most memorable. Without a doubt, that was my first season coming into moving into Rockport. Youth football was the first sport that I got into. And I can remember them all in the draft room. John was 6 years old. I remember in the draft room. All of them. They're phenomenal players, and what a great opportunity it was for me, to get to watch them grow up, and then to see what they've developed into. It's just nothing short of amazing. My second round of questions, I'm going to get a little bit more serious. We'll talk about this year's season. John, I'll start with you first. What would it mean to you to end your high school career? I don't know. First off, what would it mean to you to win state? Obviously, we're going to go with that one first. But how about the other accolades? How about leading the district in rushing or something like that? What would it mean to you?
First off, winning state, that's a dream come true. Everyone wants to grow up, live that moment out. We'll see how the season goes, and we'll develop. Everyone's gonna have the mentality, same as us. So it's gonna be a struggle to get there. But other than that, leading in rushing yards and touchdowns, that's just a huge boost of confidence, going into the playoffs, hopefully before that run. And, if I'm able to do that, that means my offensive line, everyone's doing their job, quarterback, receivers, everybody's, just coming together as one, and, things are clicking. And then the defense, obviously, us allowing us to get the ball, just works the magic on the offensive side. So getting that would just be amazing.
Awesome. Devin, I'm gonna go to you second here. Seeing how it's very well known throughout Pirate Stadium that you're supported by the second loudest fan in Pirate Stadium, your mom. How does that help you? Does that help you or hurt you in the field? Can you hear her? What is that like?
Well, you are very much right. She is very loud, and I can definitely hear her. But sometimes I do hear her more than often. But it kind of like I've had it for so long. It's just like I just know it's there. So especially on Friday nights, now I can. It gets tougher and tougher every year, but it is nice to know in the back of my mind that I have like her and as well as the rest of my family, like my dad and my grandma and stuff. Just they're there, just supporting me. So it's awesome.
Yeah, good answer. Great job. Yeah, very well supported. Peyton, rumor has it that you're going to be backing up off the line of scrimmage this year. You're going to be playing some linebacker for the Pirates. What are you most looking forward to in playing that position, Peyton?
It's going to be getting a running head start this year. I'm not going to be getting held back.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and held is the right word. There was more times than not that I can look down there and I see two guys hanging off of you. So being held, that is the right one. That is the right word to use. But yeah, I mean, playing
tackle. You mean? You mean wrapped up tackle? I've seen a few of those.
and still making the tackle, mind you, and still making the tackle. So yeah, that's awesome. Getting ahead of steam. I can only imagine what that's going to look like this year. I mean, you were the quickest to the ball with two guys draping on you. I can't imagine how quick you're going to be to the ball carrier. Heck, you might take it from the quarterback. You're going to be there so fast. So I'm looking forward to that. I was excited to hear that they had put you to linebacker. I think that's a great move on Cyber's part, and we're looking forward to great results. Gabriel?
Yes, sir. Johnny?
I'm going to ask each one of y'all this one. John, I'll start with you. What is your individual goal you have for this upcoming season?
My individual goal would be to cap off last season. Last season, I rushed on average like 9.6, almost close to 10 yards. Hopefully this year I get it to like 15 to 20, and that just means I'm exploding every play, But it's going to be a hard challenge to get there. I'm ready for it, though.
Ooh, that's a big jump. I love it. Huge goal. What about you, Devin? What's your individual goal this coming up season?
I would say last year I did have to play both sides of the ball, and I only had a couple of turnovers, but I would like to make it closer to the double digits. That'd be fun to have, because just to be a ball hawk and just be everywhere that the ball is, just fun to have. And just to have like John, how he's always like the our headhunter like guy with the rushing yards, and I just want to be like behind him or as close as possible I can.
The twin backfield back there. That'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Peyton, what's your individual goal this year?
To obtain defensive MVP for the districts.
Hey, there you go.
That's
Wow.
a sweet one. That's a sweet one.
That's nice. That's
I
nice.
like that. I like that. We'll definitely like to see that. My next question is all three of y'all again. John, I'll go back to you. What is your favorite position to play on the field and why?
I've had experience playing both sides, but I would have to say running back is probably the best position in football. Just because, offense already is an advantage. I know where I'm going. Defense is guessing at me. So it's always fun to make the defense, miss one or two a play, because I have my blockers in front of me. I know what they're going to do. The defense just has to try to go based off of, our coaches are good enough that, they're not going to be able to predict where we're going. And the games, when I have the ball, the game's in my pace, and I get to control the game. And I really like that feeling.
Oh, yeah. The advantage of being an offensive player.
Yes, sir.
Devan, what is your favorite position to play on the field and why?
I'm gonna have to follow behind John with running back. I love corner, but running back is it's where it's at. It really is the funnest position on the field. You control everything you want, and it really is fun to make a mess.
Peyton, what is your favorite position on the field and why?
I have to disagree with both of them. It's definitely defensive end.
Hey.
Just getting to battle with the bigger people and have to fight to get to the ball just gives me a rush.
Yeah, you do a great job with that. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and go with my second round here too. John, who do you think will be the toughest team to beat on this year's schedule, being non-district or district, and why?
So we have some teams moving up from the Valley. We're going to keep an eye on them all season, just see how going to develop in their scheme. But for preseason-wise, looking into it, I think Finn's going to be the toughest opponent. They always give us a challenge, some rivalry between us, starting ever since, middle school, even, youth football, if we ever played them. It's just, crowds going crazy, changing momentum almost every play because, nothing's ever going to, guarantee. We could be on a run. They could score two. If they hold us, it's just going to be crazy playing them again.
Love it.
Hey, Johnny.
I thought I was going to hear Miller in there, but.
Hey, Johnny,
yes.
can I just add something to what John said? Listen, John, you know what? I've been looking forward to this game since we lost the game last year. When you didn't come back out in the second half, I was like, man, I was asking questions. I don't see Chupe. Where's he at? Then we kind of caught wind that maybe you were feeling ill. We didn't know if it was an injury. Later on, weeks later, we found out what was going on. But one thing that was interesting that I didn't know is talking to Coach Seibert yesterday was that you had 110 yards in the first quarter. We saw you break that. That's impressive. With the team, listen, Sitton's no joke. I mean, they got some studs out there. We got some studs, right? They've got a great program. We've got a great program. You get 110 yards on Sitton. You're doing something good. The line's blocking. The offense is playing. I mean, we're doing really good. We don't make any excuses. We lost the game. But, man, a healthy team, a Rockport healthy team, and then we wish Sitton to come in healthy too. It's going to be a battle this year. I know their fans are, and they've got to come to our house. So, us as the Pirates are going to be, we're going to boost that game up from that whole week, but we're going to be talking about that game. I know they won it, we won it, and I think, depending on what the Valley teams do, it's going to be a showdown. If we want to win district, we've got to go through those guys, and they've got to do the same. So it's going to be good, man. I just wanted to say 110 yards, man. That's awesome in the first quarter. Last year in Navasota, somebody told me you had over 300 yards at that game, and I said, really? And then Coach Seibert came on and said, in 2 games, I think in 2 playoff games, you had over 500 yards. This is impressive, man. And that's just and that's something that we don't talk about a lot. We know you're a great running back. We'd love to see you run, but we don't give enough credit to that offensive line. Those big boys down there, man, they do all the dirty work, right? And believe me when I tell you, we're going to bring those guys, all of them together on this podcast, and we're going to be talking to them about all of the stuff that they do, right? Because you guys can't have the games you have if those guys aren't up there blocking, man. So it's going to all be put together to be able to have a great season. And hopefully when it's all said and done, man, we're going to get out of the region and we're going to be district champs. Johnny?
Amen.
Devan, last season you became a major role on the offense. How did you feel being like a role model to little kids, just like you did looking up to these varsity players when you were a kid? How'd you feel?
Yeah, it's a blessing. It was very big shoes to fill, but I was definitely up for the task at hand because of course I've grown up as a pirate. I'm always going to be a pirate, and now I am a pirate. And so it really is fun to just like know that I'm what I wanted to be all along as a young kid.
Yeah. I like that. Gabriel, that's all I got.
Yes, before I turn it over to Tony, Peyton, I just wanted to add, I when I heard that you were going to linebacker, to me, it doesn't matter what position you play. I saw you play when you were in youth. The one thing I've always, and I've told your dad, the one thing I've always seen from you is you go like 110, 50 for every play. I don't think you take a play off. And I love that. And now, I think the rest of the defense, they're going to follow your lead because you go 100% every play. And that's what you need to do to talk about the success getting out of the region. You can't take a play off. And let me just tell you, up there when I watch, man, getting double team, you still find a way to grind and get away. And if you're not making the tackle last year, you're definitely around the ball. And it's just been impressive as a Pirate fan to see you do that. And that's one thing that we like to do, Peyton and John and Devin, is bring to the community the work that you guys do. Because for you to be able to do that, or for any of you guys to do what you do, you got to put in the work in the off season. There's no days off. You guys are in the weight room. You're working on your speed. And a lot of times that stuff doesn't get noticed. And that's why the Pirates Cove is here to bring that out to the community, to let them know what our athletes are doing and how hard they're working. So that when they come and see you guys on Friday nights, they know. So I just wanted to say before I pass it over to Tony, man, I've always loved watching you play defense. You're aggressive, man, and I think you're the leader on that defense to me. And the way you play, man, the other 10 guys are going to follow suit, and we're going to have one heck of a defense this year, man. Tony?
How's it going, fellas?
Mhm.
All right, good.
All right.
Sir.
Well, I just want to say that, kind of like what Steve said, I watched these boys grow up since they were 6 and 7 years old. And I had the pleasure of coaching with their dads when they were younger. And I had a lot of great memories watching them play, all of them play. When I go out there and since, I started watching John and Peyton when they first got moved up to varsity, and then when Devin got moved up to varsity last year, or 2 years ago, right, Devin?
Yeah.
Freshman year as well. I mean, it's just like, wow. I mean, I watch these kids play, and I coach with their dads, and just, to me, it's like, wow, I get to watch them play in high school now. So I've had a lot of pleasure in that. And John, I would have thought that the most memorable game was the Beast Boys, that 18-second long touchdown against the team that was supposed to be state ranked.
Oh, wow. Hey, in
I would
Bishop.
have thought you would have said that game.
Wow.
That game was fun, but I thought the whole game.
I remember the Mathis game though. I really do, but that was a good game against the Beast Boys.
Yeah.
So the first question that I got is going to be for all three of y'all. And I'll go to Devin first. What are your plans for after high school?
I love football a lot, and I really do. And baseball, I really do love baseball. Baseball, I'm trying to go to college for baseball, but I have talked to my family about it, and the thought of playing college football as well as baseball would honestly be a dream. So I am looking forward to going to college and furthering my academic and sports career.
There you go.
John?
Yeah. So for me, already a senior, I already have like what I want to do planned out, trying to go to college on scholarship money. And even if I don't, my parents talked about it, I still want to attend college academics wise, get a good job for the future, for my future family. I look up to my dad a lot, and he didn't really finish, and the things that he succeeded while not finishing school and the things that he says I can do, just it's a self-esteem booster just because he has faith in me. So does my mom as well. But my dad has done a lot for me, and he'd even finished. And the fact that I can do what he does, and more. And how I look up to my dad, I want my kids to feel the same.
Awesome. Well, you all definitely have the talent to get to the collegiate level, I believe. Just keep working hard. And I know, John, for you, it's right around the corner. And you know, Devin, you got a whole nother year. But I think both of y'all, I mean, the kind of hard work y'all put in, I definitely, truly, genuinely believe that you two will chase your dreams and y'all get them in some way, shape, or form. Peyton, what are your plans for after high school?
I'm shooting to go play some college ball. I've been playing football since I was 5, 6 years old, and I'm hoping to continue that.
Awesome. You as well. I remember when you were just a small, skinny boy. Now you're a giant, and I mean, just killing people on the field, and it's just been fun watching all of you play, and you know, I look forward to seeing all of y'all at the next level next year, or for Devin in 2 years. So my next question, I'm gonna go to John. Tell the fans, tell everyone who's watching how hard you have been working this summer. What have you been doing to prepare for the upcoming season?
All right, so I'm gonna go with off last year. You know, it was a COVID season, and then getting held back all summer long. You know, I had to do workouts. You know, like in Rockport, wasn't really able to travel. And this year, it's all most restrictions like being held off. First and foremost, you know, summer workouts. I go there whenever I'm in town. Make sure I attend those as much as I can. But other than that, you know, going personal trainer in Houston. You know, I used to go like once a week. But now the football camps I'm going to, attending, trying to pique college interest, you know, putting my best foot out there almost every weekend, sometimes 3 times a week, usually around 2 though. And just putting in the work on the side, on top of weights, doing double weights after I'm done. You know, when I come back, you got to make sure, you know, eating healthy, trying to put some weight on, don't want to lose too much. And just real, I have a start for the season coming up.
Awesome. Sounds like you've been real busy. And then I guess this is just something that me and probably everyone else wants to know. You know, like Coach Steve said, he just remembers the back of your jersey a lot from back in youth. How fast are you? Do you know how fast you are? When was the last time you were clocked?
So I was clocked last week. I ran a 4.51 and a 40, but my fastest I've ever clocked in is a 4.49.
There you go. Awesome. Next, I'm gonna go to Peyton. Who's been the biggest inspiration to you as far as playing football? Like, who is your inspiration? Like, or you know, is it a player? Is it a person? I mean, a family member? Who's the biggest inspiration for you? Who motivates you the most?
Growing up, watching NFL and stuff like that, it would have to be switching between Ray Lewis and Luke Kuechly, and just what they did and how hard they worked.
Yeah, those are some good guys to look up to for sure. And then as far as playing on the D line, I know you like D line. It's real physical position. You get to you know, make contact, you know, as soon as the ball snaps. I know you like that. I know you like that aggressiveness. What was the toughest O-line that you played against, and what did you learn?
I hate to say it, but it would have to be sitting. Just that game, I was off. I couldn't stay low enough, and it's gonna drive me to work on staying low and pushing myself better.
And I absolutely believe that in those tough games, whether you win or whether you lose, I believe that in those tough games, you really find a different, better version of yourself. You know what I mean? Because that's what those moments are. You're supposed to be able to learn and teach yourself and say, hey, I should have done this, or I could have done that. And so that's awesome that you said that, you know, you worked on getting lower. because I believe that as a player that happens throughout the course of a tough game. Next, I'm gonna go to Devan. I know you kind of talked about it a little bit, but as a sophomore, how hard was it to go both ways, 100, going 100 on offense and going 100 on defense and even on special teams? And I know you got some breaks on special teams, but for the most part, once you started carrying that load on offense, you went both ways and you went hard. So how hard was that physically, mentally, as a sophomore to just take on all that?
Well, it was, like I said previously, it was definitely a challenge that I had to overcome in the beginning, but it was, I had a lot of fun doing it. I'm planning on doing it again this year. It's just like that rush of adrenaline. Like I'm doing more than what other people are doing, but like it's all for the better of our team and to win. So if it puts me and the guys in a better position to win, then I'm all up for it, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And then what game are you most looking forward to? Is it the game that everyone's talking about, or what is somebody you haven't seen yet? What game are you most looking forward to?
Well, it's definitely got to be Sinton, but because I'm sure that's on everyone's calendar. It's just like we're marking that date and just wait until we get to go at it at our house finally. Because I've never played Sinton at home, so I'm looking a lot forward to that. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. But aside from that, it has to be just the sour taste from Miller. It's like I do have like a little bit of tension with the receiver that I played against last year, and it's just, but it's all for excitement and the fun of the game. So I'm excited for that game too.
I would have said whoever's going to be facing us in the fourth round. That's what I would have said, but I'm just kidding. If they talked to Coach Cyber yesterday, and he was talking about not being able to get past the third round, not just here, but in his previous coaching career, and that's why I said that whoever facing us in the fourth round, because he really, really wants that, and as from the Pirate Cove, we really, really want that for y'all. For the community of Rockport, because we think that y'all are definitely good enough to do that. That is all I have. Gabriel, back to you.
Johnny, do you have any more questions, or are you done?
I'm done.
Steve?
Yeah, I got one that just popped up. Talking to Devan, and playing defense. Is there anything that you and Ricky are working on together, or any training specifically, or anything that you guys have been doing this offseason in preparation?
Actually, we have gone twice to the field and done we've done our workouts and stuff, and all to like better ourselves in our corner position. So yeah.
Did you participate in the 7-on-7, the 7-man ball?
Yes, I did for school.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. Well, that's cool. All that extra work, it's going to pay off. The more, it's like, the more games you playing, right, the better you're going to get. So I'm glad to hear that you guys are, not taking the off season so lightly and out there grinding, because that's what it's going to take. Everybody's got to do their part. Chupe's out there grinding. You boys are grinding. Peyton, I know he's grinding. So that's great, man. It's great to hear, and it's great to get that out and let the people know that, hey, you know what? There's no off season in football, baby. There's no off season. Gabriel?
All right, guys, I do got a question for you guys. Devan, I'll ask you first. In the district last year, it was mainly Rockport or City. We kind of knew, that the game of that, the team that wins that game probably going to win district. Right? There's a really good chance, and that's exactly what happened. We were supposed to have, 3 teams from the Valley join us, and because of COVID, they really didn't even have a season. I think Raymondville played maybe a few games, but the other 2 did not. what I know from these guys, Devin, in the past is those three teams that are going to be joining us this year, they got good programs, and they've had good programs back even when I was in school. I mean, I remember Port Isabel back when I was in school in 92. They were a powerhouse. I don't know if they still are, but I know Rio Hondo's good. These guys have been playoff teams, and we know Raymondville is always strong. We've seen them, but they've gone to the third round a few times, like Rockport. Now that they're going to be added to the district, what's your thoughts on having to play a tough sitting team, an Ingleside team in the district that's also up and coming? That's a playoff team. They're getting better every year. And now you've got these three teams. Your thoughts on those three teams entering your district, our district?
Well, district games, no matter who the opponent is, whether it's someone at the bottom of the chain or the top of the chain, mentally and physically, they're always going to be tough. So it's like adding more people to the district, whether honestly you don't know or you do know how they are. You just have to prepare and just keep an eye on them, because we're not as familiar as we are with like Ingleside, Sinton, and others. So got to keep an eye on them and just get mentally ready and physically. So
no, that's so true. But it's also bad for them because they don't know Rockport either, right? It's like they don't know what we've got, and so it kind of makes it for a good match, right? We don't know what they have, but they also don't really know what we have, so it makes it for a good, interesting game. I think we talked to Coach Cyber. We have to drive up there twice. I think Port Isabel comes here twice. Yeah. So I would ask you, Devin, when you got to take that 2 hour and 20 minute, 2 hour, 40-minute drive up there, do you guys get restless? I never played football, so I don't know. I mean, I did play basketball, and I remember I would just get my headphones on, and we didn't have wireless headphones back then, so it wasn't as comfortable as you guys have it now. But I always just wanted to get to the game. And if we lost, the drive back was just, I couldn't stand it, man. I just wanted to get home and get back on the court. For you guys, traveling 30 minutes to Sinton, 30 minutes, 20 minutes to Ingleside versus 2.5 hours, is there a big difference for you guys when you have to travel that long to a game?
I mean, I wouldn't say it was like it's any different, because you're just like you're with your brothers, and so you're on the bus, like how you said, with your headphones in, then you're just getting like ready, and you're just mentally preparing for the game. So whether it's 20 minutes to mentally prepare, or that 2 hours and 20-minute drive to like Rio Hondo, it's not really that much different.
All right. That's good. John, I'll go to you next. Talk to us a little bit about your offense. What in your view, I kind of look at you and Ace kind of like the captains, right, of the offense. Talk a little bit about what this offense is going to look like. You've got Devin and you've got Luke back. Luke was hurt last year. That really hurt us. Then you got hurt, and Devin picked up just a huge load for us. We talked about that, but your offensive line, your receivers, and then also talk a little bit about Ace, being 1 year under his belt as freshman. Now he's coming in as a sophomore. Talk a little bit about what you think, you'll be able to do this year.
All right, so I'll start with the offensive line. And we only had, I think, 2 of them last year that actually played the varsity before. So for most of them, it was their first year on varsity. And, they did an amazing job. We had amazing games. That caps off of the things they do. And now all of them have experience to it. I think we might add 1 or 2 more people, but they're always up for the challenge. They put in probably the most work out of everybody, because, if they can't hold the line for at least 3 seconds, nothing's going to be possible without them. And with our quarterbacks and our receiver type deal that we're going to run this year, Ace, he has an incredible arm. He can do amazing things as long as he keeps focused. He's got to stay. I think he just got to stay more comfortable. He's going to develop that in his 4 years, because you can just tell, and he has the upper hand. He could always study the playbook too. And he's going to be real good. And he's a senior. And running back wise, we can hit you any way we want to, really. Luke, fast. He's strong. He's a powerhouse for us. Devin, he quick. He's able to produce space, and off of them too, I can just capitalize real well. We have a real good combination with us 3, and you're never gonna know what's gonna happen. And the receiving guys, play action passes. We're just gonna hit you here and there. and it's going to be real exciting to watch.
Yeah, talk to me a little bit about Ian McPherson. We heard Ian was on the line last year. He's not moving to tight end. Man, what's your thoughts on that?
You know, he's always had good hands. Linemen, they always swear they have the best hands on the team, but he's actually one of the best catchers. I might give him the title above me, maybe. You know, there's some other guys that can catch, but he definitely put in work. You know, during the 7-on-7 season, Coach Cybert threw him out there, see what he could do, and he was pretty amazing at it. The fact that he's built like that to hold off the blocks if we need him to, and he's able to go out for passes. He's not going to drop very much balls. You know, anything in his race, he's going to come down with it. You know, it'll just be a new experience for him. We had a good tight end last year. Unfortunately, he got hurt halfway, Caden Harder, but he's going to make some electric plays that most people, they're going to look at him first, and they probably won't think nothing of him, much of a blocking tight end, but he's gonna hit the crowd, and he's gonna be fun to watch.
Absolutely. And the last question I'd have for you as far as the offense is, do you see anybody young that wasn't on the offense last year that it could possibly come up in your view and it's going to make a big contribution for that offense?
You know, we're looking for a new center. I don't know what all they've come down to, but whoever they choose, they're going to play a big role in the offense because that's where everything starts, from the center quarterback connection. We have some younger guys with some nice speed. You know, if we're not able to go 100% every play, we need a breather. The kids below us, they're gonna do the job. They're gonna put their best foot forward, and it's just really surprising that the talent that we have. Not the 11 on the field, but also everyone on the sideline. They're all talented.
Yeah, I saw some of that JV. I went to a couple of JV games, and I was really impressed with some of those guys on that JV team. And they've got some speed down there. There's some strong boys down there. So, yeah, I don't know who's all going to make varsity, right? But it's going to make for a good season, man. And I'm looking forward to this offense. You know, I'm looking forward to you to get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, I'm definitely praying that nobody gets injured. You know, we in order for us to make a big run, right, we got to keep all our players healthy. And so, you know, unfortunately with football, sportsman injuries do occur, but I'm hoping this year you guys will be able to stay healthy so we can make a good run. You know, hopefully win district and then get past that third round like we've been talking about the last 2 days on the podcast and get out of the region. And that would be awesome. Peyton, I'll go to you on the defense. I think of you. I've always thought of you. I don't know if you really are, but I've always thought of you as the captain of that defense. And I've kind of told you, I think your aggressiveness, people need to follow your lead. What can you tell us about the defense? You know, guys coming back. I think we heard from Coach Cybert that there were 7. Let's kind of talk a little bit about the defense and what's the expectation for our defense.
We got some new guys coming in at like safety and down on the line. I feel like they're going to step up and do their job. And we got some people coming back for the corners. And I feel like as a team, we'll be able to come together this year and make a big shot.
Talk to me a little bit about your brother, Krupa. You guys, both of you guys are beasts, I think. I watch you guys and I'm like, man, these guys can manhandle. What's it going to be like for you guys? He's a senior, you're a senior, man. I love watching you guys both. I think you guys both are strong, very aggressive. He plays just like you do.
Yeah, it's just gonna be unexpected.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be great, man. I'm looking forward to you guys. I think, in my opinion, Peyton, I think it's that defense can play a big role. I think we need to. I like what I see. I mean, last year, you know, Devan, you talked about, you know, these guys from Miller, man. Just go to the Miller game for a minute. I mean, they're 6 foot. I mean, they're a lot bigger than we are. But we got some interceptions. We put some hits on those guys. I don't think that they thought that you guys could hit that way. And it ended up with a catch, a hit, fumble. We recover and we win the game. That's a big, huge win for our program by taking on the number 5 team. So I think they came into our house not expecting what they got. And this is why you play the way you play, right? I think that defense, we had some injuries, and I think, you know, no excuses, right? But they hurt a team when you lose a player here, a player there, right? Not the same, but John talked about guys coming, the other guys being able to come in when they need to, and that's important. And I'm looking forward to that defense. I'm definitely looking forward to watching Peyton, wreak havoc in the middle, get down there. And, if he gets back there, man, and then he hits one of those quarterbacks, watch out, man. I feel sorry for that quarterback. Hopefully he'll be able to get up after that hit.
Yeah.
John Chupe, I hope, Chupes, that, people will see. What's your jersey number?
20.
20. Yeah, I hope that's all they see this year from him. I just hope this is one thing I've always said, John. I've always said this. This has always been impressive to me, right? Garrett Laudermilk was a big running back, right? He ran the ball his senior year, right? But the last couple of years, our backs are not 6'2", 6'1", 230. I mean, we've had Chase Rios back there for a few years. Chase did amazing when he ran. I watched him play since he was youth. And this kid will hit anything. Then he fears nothing, right? And just the way he ran, being as small as he was and doing the things he did. And then 2 years ago, we got Ricky Frank. I think it's Ricky Frank. What Franks was it? Jojo Franks. I mean, this guy was amazing. I didn't know much about him. The way he ran, I mean, he just lights out, man, fast. And then, John, you've been up here the last a few years. I mean, it's amazing. We're not big in size, but you guys can drag people. I mean, I've seen you carry a guy like 4 or 5 yards, and you were injured for like 4 weeks. You didn't play for 4 weeks. They bring you in for a play, and you're dragging a guy. And I'm thinking, God, these guys, I mean, just our weight program, the program that we have here, you guys have bought into it. And it's really showing on the football field, man. And it's just been great to watch you guys. I talked about, Devan just coming in, having to play defense and offense, and having that stamina to be able to do it for a few games when you were out, John, and we lost Luke. That's the type of players that are going to get you to that next level. Guys like that just I'm going to get in there and I can do both. That's what we need. That's what we have. And it's amazing. And so this year is going to be great, guys. I can't wait. We're going to be there, hopefully, to be able to stream your games. The Pirates Cove, commentate, and we just got some things planned. Hopefully we can get it done this year. So hopefully we talked to Coach Cyber, we can get down on the field, practice field, talk to you guys, interview you guys. Our hope is that during some football games, you can spend maybe a few minutes with us after a game and maybe get some interviews from you guys, maybe answer 2 or 3 questions. Hopefully you guys will be able to do that. We'll find you on the field. And hopefully you guys will be able to do that for us. But again, I wish you guys luck. And I'm definitely looking to win district this year. I'm more nervous. I don't even have a son, or I have nothing in the game other than I'm a Pirate. And I'm already nervous, man. I'm like, man, I want to win so bad. But the Pirates Club will be there, guys, backing you guys up 100%. And we just wish you all the luck. So before I give you guys the last word, I'll go around the table again to the crew. Johnny, anything you want to add before we call it a night?
I don't this time.
Mm-hmm.
Steve?
Yeah, I like to say, good luck in the upcoming season. It's truly been a joy of mine to watch you guys grow from the early stages to where you guys are. I'm so glad that I was a part of that part, of that part of you guys' lives on the other field. And now this is awesome. I feel like this is just a continuation of my youth, thing I was doing with you guys when y'all were younger. And it's just just happy that so much light's been shined on you guys. All of you guys deserve it. You know what I'm saying? You deserve more than what we're even able to give you guys. And, good luck again on this coming season, and go Pirates, baby.
Tony?
Yeah, I just want to second what Steve said. I mean, it's been a joy watching these guys grow up and having been able to coach them when they were younger, and I mean, it's just I mean, I get a kick out of watching you on the stands. I mean, I brag about y'all all the time. I mean, just good luck and for John and Peyton. I mean, it's your senior season, man. You got to go out. You know what I mean? Go all out and show everybody what you got, and go chase your dreams.
Yeah.
Dang, this sounds like a farewell, man. This ain't no farewell. The season hasn't even started. And we gotta get pumped up, man, here on the Cove, right? We gotta get going, man. This is not a farewell. Listen, we're gonna invite you to be back somewhere down this season, and we're looking forward to, like I said, we'll find you on the field. Definitely, if you have a big game, either three of you guys, offense, defense, we definitely want to ask you guys so maybe two questions, just real quick, just kind of the way it went. I believe that we're going to do that because we're expecting big things, but we're definitely going to invite you guys back to the Cove here to interview sometime before the season ends. So once again, guys, we just want to wish you luck.
I got something to say.
Go ahead, sir.
Guys, I'm gonna tell you this. I mentioned it to Devin earlier about looking up to kids, looking up to him just like he looked up to the kids above. And just remember, all these kids, especially us older people, are loving this. Okay, Rockport wasn't always the greatest team out there. Here we are. We're expecting to win. Back in my day, 30 years ago, Rockport was even on the map. I mean, we were getting blown out by GP 70-0, 80-0, getting beat by Robstown, shut out by Robstown. I mean, this was consecutive, like maybe an average would be like 3-4 wins a season. And it went on for decades. Back in the 90s, in my sophomore year, I think it was in 91, that was the first time Rockport made the playoffs in 20 years. Okay. So since then, it kind of built up from there. So like nobody looked at football. Nobody cared about football in this town. But now that Rockport's winning, we got bigger stands than we did back then. The crowd's more into it. We got the youth into it now. When I was little kids, when I was y'all's age, playing youth, there was no youth football. I played, I think it was 1987. I played on the first Rockport Little League team. Okay. Anything before that, I think there was one junior team, and there was only a junior and a senior team. So Rockport was nothing. So y'all coming up from the youth, building what y'all have now, and showing these little kids, what y'all have. And I mentioned this to the softball girls, back in the season. So as you go on, bring back what you have to the community. Teach these younger kids, show up in these camps, help out these kids, show them what y'all did. Be a coach, be an assistant coach for y'all that's going to stay around. Show what y'all went through. Be that leader and always come back to your hometown and show them what these little kids, what they want to be.
Because once a pirate, fellas, always a pirate. That's what we say, right? I'll tell you, I'll give you guys the last word. Is what I do here. Peyton, I'll go to you first. Anything you want to say before we call it a night?
Going back to that Crippet thing, I feel like if Robbins does that, putting both of us on the same side of the ball, it's going to be a hectic season. We're going to cause some trouble.
Absolutely.
We got Peyton. We got Coach Robbins coming up next week, so we'll definitely have to have a conversation with him about that. But I'm sure Coach Robbins knows. He's been around for a while here with Rockport, so he knows what he's got on that defense. So he's going to set it up really nice to make sure that we recap it, man. It's going to be awesome to see. I can't wait. John?
I got nothing but thanks for having us. It's always a great time being on here. Last time it was amazing. This time's amazing. Looking forward to coming back.
Yes, sir. We will have you back. Devin?
No, I just wanted to say thank you for having me. It was I had a great time and excited to come back too.
Hey guys, I didn't ask at the beginning your numbers. John, you're number 20, right?
Yes, sir.
Peyton, your number?
18.
18. Y'all gonna keep those numbers, right? And then Devin?
I'm number 5.
All right. So remember that Pirate fans, 20. What'd you say? 18, Peyton?
Yes, sir.
18, 20, and 5. 18, 20, and 5. Remember those numbers, man. 18 is gonna wreak havoc on the defense. 20 and 5 are going to be, they're going to be doing it on the offense. Devin, do you know if you're going to be playing a little bit of defense, or are you just going to stick to the offense? Do you know?
No, I am going to be playing both ways.
It's awesome. We wish you luck, man. That takes a lot. It takes a lot of energy, the hits that you're taking. But I guess you're in shape, man. So we're definitely looking forward to watching you guys. And Again, thank you guys for coming out. Peyton McAlister playing on the defense for the Pirates. John Chupe on the offensive backfield. Devan going both. He'll be in the backfield, I think, for the Rockport-Fulton Pirates, and he'll also be playing in the secondary for the defense. Look out for these guys when you go to the game. They're going to wreak havoc this year. You're going to hear their numbers called out a lot, among other numbers. So we're looking forward to the season, guys. It's going to be a great one. And I hope when it's all said and done, man, we're district champs and we're deep in that playoff run. And for Coach Seibert, I hope he does get out of that third round. It's something that when we talked yesterday, it's something that he's, I think, wanting to get out. And we've been knocking at the door, guys. We've been right there. You guys have been there for two of those when you guys were freshmen, and we've been there and we just haven't gotten it. So we're hoping that we'll get over the hump this year. I think we will. So until next time, guys, and we'll have you back to the crew, man. Thanks a lot, Peyton, John, and Devan, for spending some time with us. This video will be uploaded tomorrow at 3 p.m. Tell your family, your friends, and share it if you can. And we'll definitely be calling your parents to have you back sometime before the season is over. Have a great night, fellas, and we'll talk to you later. Once a Pirate, always a Pirate.
Amen.
Thank you.